right, 8th grade, we're doing lesson 5.2, solving systems of linear equations by substitution. This is my favorite way to solve. So do your warm-ups real quick. Let me check. As a reminder, point slope form, y minus y1, slope x minus x1. So the slope is negative 5. So right here, you're going to put negative 5.
That's where I messed up.
Okay, x is the first number, so this goes here. Y is the second number, so this goes here.
Yep. I forgot the negative.
Yeah.
I forgot the negative.
Okay, so that's how you do it. Go do the second one. Okay, on the top of your journal, right before example 1, write the word substitution. Okay, I want to make sure you know, it's up here on the screen. I want to make sure you know that this method of solving is substitution.
Just do tuition and then subs. Wait, I'm gonna go right.
You're weird. So, solve the system by substitution. You see you have two equations. This makes up a system. Okay, so don't get scared by the word system.
Scared.
And you can see the first equation is solved for y already. So this is in what form?
M equals,
MX plus
oh wait,
B.
y equals mx plus b.
Yes, also called slope-intercept. Just for future. Okay, this is in actually standard form. So, I said all that. So, what we're going to do is substitute one equation into the second equation and solve for the variable that's left. Let me show you. So in this case, which variable have we solved for?
Y.
Y. So that is telling you that everything here equals y. We understand that. Okay? So I'm going to write all of this stuff where the y is in the second equation. So instead of writing y, I write open parentheses, and I write everything that y equals in the parentheses. So write that down. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to substitute everything that y equals from the first equation in the second equation where the y would have been. So you see how I just replaced y with what y equals. Make sense so far? I'm telling you, this is my favorite way to solve. Okay, once you have that, the only variable we have left now is x, right?
Yeah.
So now we can solve for x because you just have one variable. So the first thing you're going to do is what?
Distribute.
Distributive property. Excellent. So 2 times 2x is,
4x.
and 2 times negative 4.
Negative 8.
Okay, and then we just rewrite everything. So 7x minus 4x. We have a negative 2, my bad. Negative 2 times negative 4 is a positive 8. Apologies. Equals 5. So I just distributed and rewrote. Negative 2 times 2 gave me negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 4 gave you positive 8.
Yeah.
Everybody got this?
Yes.
I'm waiting. Just making sure we have it. Okay, what is my next step? Combine like terms or simplify. Either way works. So the x's can be combined, right?
Yeah.
What's 7 minus 4?
3.
So I'm going to write 3x and then just rewrite the rest of the equation.
Yes.
Now it looks real simple. 3x plus 8 equals 5.
But 8 minus 3 equals 5.
Congratulations.
No way.
Okay? After you have this, what is my next step?
Subtract 8 from both sides.
Subtract 8 from both sides. Absolutely. So we're moving the 8. 5 minus 8 is, Aaron?
3.
Negative 3.
Negative, because we did 5 minus 8. And your last step to get x by itself is what? Divide 3 from both sides. So then we get x equals negative 1. See how fast that was? I know I went really slow, but I wanted to make sure you could write it. So then your last step to find the y value is you take this x value and you substitute it up here where this x is. So I take x equals negative 1, so I plug in negative 1 where that x is, and then solve for y. Okay? So if I plug in my negative 1, I get 2 times negative 1, which is? Negative 2. Negative 2 minus 4 is?
Negative 6.
So y equals,
-6.
so my solution is,
-1, -6.
excellent. Okay.
Wow.
So that is the solution to the system of linear equations. Now, if you wanted to check your answer at the very end of it, you take your equation and you plug in your x and y. So I put in my -6 where the y is and a -1 where the x is. And does -6 equal -6? Yes, it does. And then you do the same in the second equation. But you don't have to check it. Okay? All right. Any questions on this? No. Not terrible, yes? Okay, go do your try it. Okay, so here's your two equations. Shh. Y equals 2x plus 3. This is number 1. And y equals 5x. It confused me because I didn't realize they were both in slope intercept. Okay, so they're both already solved for y. But you're still substituting. This is what I taught you guys last lesson. I just made you solve for y first. So I'm going to take one of these y's and plug it where the other y is. So I'm going to grab this guy and plug it where this y is. So 5x equals 2x plus 3. Because I need to solve for x. So I take the y value of one of them and I plug it where the y value is in the other one, and then I solve for x now. So I'm going to move this 2x to the other side. What's 5 minus 2x?
3x.
Okay, how do I solve for x? So then x equals 1. So now I'm going to plug it in this first one where y equals 5x. Y equals 5 times, what's x? What's 5 times 1?
5.
So my solution is,
Y equals 5.
put it in a point,
1, 5.
1,5.
Wait, so I put 0.
That would not be correct. Just
I
saying.
like it actually. It's pretty nice.
Number 2, which one is already solved for one of the variables?
Scary looking one.
This one. Y is by itself. So I'm going to take all of this ugly mess and plug it where the y is right here. Put it in parentheses.
4x plus
You can use a calculator.
I lost my.
I lost my
I have mine, but I only
4 times a half is what? You can do that in your head.
2.
And then, no, I'm sorry, 2 times a half is what?
1. No, point.
Yeah, 1.
Oh, no.
1.
And then 2 times -5 is what?
What?
Negative 10.
What's half of 5?
5. I mean, what? No. 3.5.
2.5.
So you can do it without a
I
calculator.
don't know what just happened.
I got
Okay,
numbers.
try and solve it. If you get stuck, I will help you. Try first.
Okay.
Stuck.
Okay, this is number 3 on your try it, so we're going to do it together.
Yes.
Plus. Okay, so my two equations are x equals 5y plus 3. And then your second equation is 2x plus 4y equals -1. Okay, do either of these equations, are either one of them solved for a variable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this x is all by itself.
Yep.
So I can take this entire equation and plug it in where the x is.
Oh.
That's what I did.
So I'm going to go to,
Put it in for what?
listen,
Oh.
5y plus 3. Okay, so that's plugged in for x, and then I just finish. Plus 4y equals 1.
-1.
Thank you. No, I need to be corrected. All right, so now we distribute. 2 times 5 is,
10.
so I have 10y. 2 times 3 is
6.
plus 6. Then I just finished rewriting. Plus 4y equals -1. Okay, can I combine any like terms?
Yes.
What's 10 plus 4? 14. Something is wrong with my mouse.
Yes.
14. Hello, mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14. There we go. Y plus 6 equals -1. What's my next step? Correct. Minus 6. Minus 6. What's 1 minus 6?
-7.
-7. How do I get the y by itself?
Divide 4 times both sides.
Divide by 14. What's 7 over 14?
-2.
Try that again, Aaron.
What?
Negative 7 over 14. Reduce it.
What's 1/2?
1/2. You had 14 over 7 in your head.
Oh.
Okay, so now I have solved for y. So I'm going to plug that in right here where the y is. Or in this one, it doesn't matter. Let's do this one. So I get x equals 5, open parentheses, what's y?
-1/2.
Negative 1/2 plus 3. Okay, what's 5 times negative 1/2? Negative
2.5.
2.5 or 2.5, whichever. Okay, add 3 to that, what do you get?
0.5.
0.5 or 1/2. Okay, this is x though, so make sure when you put it in your, my face is in the way, parentheses, x is first. So you're going to put 0.5 or 1/2 first, and then for the y, it's negative 1/2 or negative 0.5. Okay, so the key here is it does not have to be solved for y in order to solve this. You just need one variable by itself to start the substitution. One variable by itself, grab the whole thing and plug it in where that variable is. Make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so now I believe we're on to the next. Yep. Okay, so next example. Ready? Solve the system. Thanks, Max. Solve the system using any method. I recommend you do substitution, not graphing. Okay, so in this, are either one of these equations solved for a variable? No. Are there either one of these equations close to being solved for a variable? Yes, the second one, right? If I move that 5, then I have it solved for y. Yes? I would just subtract the 5. Let me see what they're doing.
Wait, you can subtract 5?
Yeah, I'd put the 5 over on this side.
Oh, okay.
You're not doing that. Let's do it my way. Boom. All right, so this second equation is close. I have 2x equals y plus 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, to get y by itself, I just subtract the 5 minus 5, and I get y equals 2x minus 5. Does it matter that the y is to the right, not to the left? No. It's solved for variable. So I'm going to take this whole thing and plug it into that first equation. So 2x plus 3, open parentheses. Now I put all my y stuff, 2x minus 5. Equals negative 3. Okay, first step is distribute. So I'm just going to rewrite my 2x. What is 3 times 2? 6x. What is 3 times negative 5? Okay, and then just finish rewriting. Okay, do I have any like terms? Yes, the 2x and the 6. What's 2x plus 6x?
8x.
Okay, then just finish writing. Next step, put the 15 over, so you're going to add it because it's a subtraction. What is negative 3 plus 15? So I bring down my 8x equals 12. Okay, how do I get x by itself? Does 12 divided by 8 come out very nicely? No, so just reduce the fraction. What's 12 over 8 reduced? Divide both by 4.
3.
Wait, no.
3 over 2.
3 over 2.
3/2, yes.
1.5 is also correct. Okay, so now I have x. So I'm going to plug this in where this x is. So I can say y equals 2 times 3/2 or 1.5 or 1.5, whichever method you put it in, minus 5. What is 2 times 3 halves?
3.
Correct. Okay, what is 3 minus 5? Okay, which one of these do I write first in my coordinate? So 3 over 2 or 1.5 or 1.5, whatever. And your y is? Negative 2.
Wow.
Questions? Okay, go to your next set. You're planning a birthday party. You buy a total of 50 turkey burgers and veggie burgers for $90. You pay $2 per turkey burger and $1.50 per veggie burger. How many of each burger do you buy? So the first thing we need to do is make 2 equations so we can solve for a system, yes? Remember what I said about keeping money with money, quantity with quantity? How many total burgers did we buy?
50.
Altogether, 50. We bought turkey and veggie, 50 burgers. So x plus y equals what?
50.
50. Write that down. Because that's quantity, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How much did we pay for all of these burgers?
$90.
$90. So that's going to be on the second equation, equals 90. How much is each turkey burger?
$2.
So 2x, $2. If you want to put the decimals, you can, but you don't have to. So 2x plus, how much is the veggie burger? 1.5y equals 90. Do you have 2 equations now?
Yes.
All of that, yada, yada, yada. There's your 2 equations. So this is what you should have. Okay, so now we have 2 equations we can solve. Are either one of those equations solved for a variable?
No.
No. Is there one that would be very quick to solve for a variable? Yes, the top one. Just move. Do we want to move the x or the y?
X.
Okay, so minus x over here, right? So y equals
Negative x plus 50.
negative x plus 50. Or 50 minus x. It really doesn't matter. So now we're doing it different than them, so I'm going to pull up mine. Okay, so we did x plus y equals 50, and we moved the x. So minus x. So you ended up with y equals negative x plus 50. You could have also written 50 minus x. It's fine. Okay, so I'm taking this whole thing and plugging it in where the y is right here. So 2x plus 1.5, open parentheses, negative x plus 50 equals 90. All right, now what am I going to do? Distribute 1.5 times this and then that. So I'm just going to rewrite the 2x. What's 1.5 times negative 1? Negative 1.5x. What is 1.5 times 50?
75.
So plus 75 equals 90. Okay, now what am I going to do? Combine like terms. What is 2 minus 1.5? 0.5 x. It does not like me writing decimals. There, that's a decimal, sure. Equals 90. Now how do I get x by itself? Oh wait, I forgot to subtract 75. Woo, minus 75. Minus 75, plug it in there. So what's 90 minus 75?
Oh,
I heard a lot of different answers there.
15.
15.
75, 80, 15. No, because I had a lot of different answers. Okay, and then get x by itself by dividing by 0.5. What's 15 divided by 0.5? Man, my brain turned off a minute ago.
Yes.
X equals 7.5. All right, so now I've solved for x. So I plug that in for the x here. Y equals negative 7.5 plus 50. I feel like something's wrong, but we're going to find out. Because you can't buy a half a burger.
I think 15 divided by 0.5 is 36.
Yep, I agree with her.
Equals plus
You did times 0.5. You're dividing 0.5.
15 divided by half would be.
Would be 30. You got to flip it and multiply. Thank you, Camila. So this was 30? Thank you. That seems better. I can't buy a half a burger. So when you're doing word problems, if something comes out at a half of something, make sure you can actually have a half of that something. So what's negative 30 plus 50? Okay, remember, X was our turkey burgers, and Y was the veggie burgers. Okay, so it asked us specifically, how many of each burger did you buy? I bought 30 turkey burgers and 20 veggie burgers. I'll pull this back up in case any of you needed it. Turkey. Okay? So how did you feel about making the two equations? Was that okay? Quantity with quantity, money with money.
Sure.
That's the term you need. If you can't remember that, write it in your journal. All right, so make sure you guys complete all the way through number 15 before tomorrow, okay? Or by tomorrow. All right. That's it for that.